Hi again. I am Fathom, and I am the founder of Other Fiber Creations. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to do linked double crochet. I have really been loving this stitch, and so I'm really excited to show you guys. So let's move the camera and get started, shall we? So let's go ahead and look at our stitch swatch. We're going to ignore the fact that we got a little bit of a knot in here in the yarn. This is some scrap yarn for sake of showing you guys. And we're going to just take a look at the composition of this. Off the bat, it is tight. Normally you can stick your fingers between stitches. This one I can't even get my pinky in, and I have tiny hands. This is the kind of stitch that you'd want to work up probably into a sweater, into a blanket, especially for baby clothes. It keeps it compact, and it's much more difficult for them to get in there and tear things apart because of this. This is a very dense stitch. The fabric, though, by comparison to a lot of dense stitches, is relatively thin, especially compared to my finger, you can tell. So, all in all, very useful stitch to have, has a lot of utility to it. Let me go ahead and get everything ready, and then we will get started. Okay, so today we're just going to be using some random scrap pink acrylic I have laying around, because you can do anything with any yarn for crochet, mostly. Don't use acrylic or non-natural yarns for pot holders. I'm just going to say that. Don't think I need to, because it's not related to this video, but besides the point. We got our random weight for acrylic, and I have a 6.5 millimeter hook. This one is from Michaels. I know I've mentioned this in a previous video, but I don't recommend it because of this seam that kind of digs into the finger, but we use what we have on this channel. So, to start off, it's really, really simple. Just make your slip knot. If you don't know how to make a slip knot, I recommend you go watch my video tutorial on how to do the slip stitch. It also explains how you can make a slip knot, do basic chains. I believe that video is up here. I'm working on trying to remember which corner it's at, but I think it's this one. So, once you have your slip knot on your hook, for this example, I'm going to chain 10, but you're going to chain the length of your project. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm just going to do a nice little swatch here. The next step is to chain 2. This is not part of your project length. This is your setup chains. So 1, 2. Where my thumb is at right now, right here, that is the end of the length of my project. This is my setup chains. So, for most projects, you would yarn over and make your stitches and go across. This is not linked double crochet. This is regular double crochet. That's why I can get my finger in here. Linked double crochet works a little bit differently. Instead of yarning over, you're going to insert your hook into the first of your 2 setup chains. So, 1, 2, my setup chains. I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull through 1. Now I have 2 loops on my hook. Then I insert into my original base chain. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. I know that looked a little bit confusing, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go back till I have 10 chains across. I chain 2 to set up. I go into the first of my 2 setup chains, yarn over, pull through 1, into the next one, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. That is my first linked double crochet. To continue, instead of going directly into my next chain, I'm going to go in to this shape right here, this little upside down V. My hook goes underneath both of those, like this. I yarn over and pull just through those. Then I go into my next chain, yarn over through 1, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Again, I find where my little upside down V is, I insert there, underneath them, yarn over through that, into my chain, yarn over through 1, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. That is how you get that tight stitch, is because I'm actually going into the previous stitch. I'm linking them together, hence linked double crochet. And so you just continue to do that all the way across. It looks wild when you're not used to it, but over time it starts to kind of feel a bit more natural. We're going to ignore this little knot that I'm just crocheting in because this is some scrap yarn. And you just keep on going until you hit the end of the row. I'm leaving this all on camera because this is a little bit funkier than some of the other stitches I've shown you guys. And I want to make sure that you guys can see it as many times as I can show you. It's just nice, simple, easy. It's okay if you're having trouble though. It's easy for me because I've had a lot of practice, but everyone has difficulty in different things. And if this one's difficult for you, that's okay. Just keep trying. I'm sure that you'll get it over time. So, that's my first row done here. To do the next row, we're gonna just chain 2, like we did for the very first one, first row, words. Then, instead of going straight into here, like you would normally, you go in here, in this little loop. So I insert there, yarn over through 1, then I go into the stitch of the row below. Yarn over through 1, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. And then, just like the row previous, you go in here, in that same shape as before, yarn over through that, and just keep on keeping on. I hope this tutorial is helpful and that me showing this many times of me doing the stitch kind of helps something click, because I had to watch it so many times. I watched a tutorial when I learned how to do the stitch. Luckily, I was able to kind of get the hang of it on my own after a couple minutes of watching, but it took me a bit to figure out, because I was like, what? Where are we going into? What do you mean I'm linking them together? That's suspicious. That's weird, you know? But we're almost to the end of this second row. Come on. Last one. There we go. And that is our little swatch here. Nice tight stitches, like I was saying before. I recommend this for sweaters, for blankets, for baby clothes. I know that Morale Fibers Novella Shawl, which I have a video on, which I think is up here, features this stitch as the primary stitch. Absolutely love it. I highly recommend it. But for now, thank you so much for watching. That's going to be the end of this video. If you enjoyed, feel free to like, to comment, to subscribe. And if you would like to support me, you can also look at my Etsy and my Square site down in the description below. I also have a Facebook, a TikTok, an Instagram, a Pinterest, all the social media, which you can also find down there. Today's question of the day is, what stitch do you want me to show you how to do? Is there any stitches that you just are confused by and could use a tutorial on? Because I'd be happy to try and make more of these. Just let me know down below in the comments. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.